What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're diving into an all-new Lurrus Rakdos Aggro Smashing awesome sauce kind of deck. I gotta say, Zendikar Rising brought some really kick-ass cards to this. Now, this was already cool before because you could play Kroxa down with Lurrus, and then play Kroxa down with Lurrus, and then play Kroxa down, every single turn. And it's really cool until you can escape it and then have the 6/6 down and so on and so forth. Like I said, this has always been good because we have Archfiends, we have Serrated, so it's not like it's been necessarily bad over the year, but it got a lot of new tools that really help out, like Bloodchief's Thirst, which allows you to remove creatures and planeswalkers essentially of all levels, shapes, and sizes. We got Acquisitions Expert, which allows you to discard cards from your opponent's hand based off the members of party, and we'll get to that in a minute. You got Skyclave Shade, so this card you can either play back with Lurrus, or if you play down a land, you can also play it back, which is really, really nice. Kargan Intimidator, another one that comes from Zendikar Rising, you'll see a theme here. 2-mana Human Warrior, and again, this helps with the party. Cowards can't block warriors. Pay 1 mana and you get to choose one that hasn't been chosen. So essentially you can pay 1 and use each of the 3 once per turn. Does that make sense? So Kargan gets +1/+1, target creature becomes a coward, or target warrior gains trample. All these are really good, and it's a 2-mana creature that can continuously swing in. You can bring it back with Lurrus, it can make it to where your opponent's creatures can't block, make itself bigger, or give itself trample. And all this for 2 mana, right? Anyways, moving us down, we have Magmatic Channeler, and that's right, another piece of the party. I'm not even trying to do this here. These are just really stellar cards. So 2 mana for this 1/3. As long as there are 4 or more instant and or sorcery cards in your graveyard, gets +3/+1. Now we have removal, we have card draw, we have Shatter Skulls, we have plenty of, instants and sorceries. We're going to be able to get there just fine. Furthermore, tap it, discard a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library, then choose one. You can play that card this turn. This really helps fill up the graveyard for your Kroxa, which you can, exile and bring back later. Furthermore, it's a 2-mana card that can end up being a 4/4, which is solid damage, solid defense, and again with Lurrus, you swing in until it dies, and then you just replay it. Moving us down, we have good old Robber of the Rich. It's a solid card. Again, it's a rogue, so it adds to the whole party aspect, which Acquisitions Expert is already a rogue, and it's kind of the only party aspect we really have in the deck, so it won't benefit it there, but it's still a really good card, and you can replay it with Lurrus, so it's even better. Kroxa, as I mentioned, was sort of the backbone of this deck whenever it first came out, and it's still really good combo, so 3 copies of Kroxa makes perfect sense. Stormfist Crusader is another really, really good one that I think has been a pretty much staple of this deck since its, conception, creation, whatever you want to call it. 2-mana 2/2 with Menace that also allows you to draw additional cards. Sure, it allows your opponent to draw cards as well, but you're building off the fact that you can replay stuff from your graveyard and your opponent can't. You're building off the fact that you're going to have more mana efficient plays, right? Through things like Bloodchief, through things like Village Rites. So all in all, you're trying to be aggro. This helps you get to where you need to faster, right? And you're, trying to dodge the board wipes as always. Anyways, next up we have Shatterskull Smashing. Really good card. If you have it, play it. If not, you can always play the regular lands, but I do highly recommend at least 1 copy, as it does help with the Magmatic Channelers, right? Next up we have Call the Death Dweller, because if you're playing all this nice spicy stuff alongside a Lurrus, you're gonna want Call. It's just a great spell. Returning 2 creatures for 3 mana is just good value, right? And then we have Agadeems. Again, same thing with Shatterskull. It's really good, at least as a one-off, just for the Magmatic Channeler, because it helps add to that sorcery count while also being a land. So, and then last but not least, we have our lands. Of course, we got some castles, we got some temples, and because we're in red-black, we actually don't have any pathways. So, should also maybe be playing some passages, but I really wanted the deck to be aggro, and passages can sometimes slow down the deck. We already have the temples, so it's really up to you. If you have Fable passages and you want to try it out in the deck, go for it. Might make the deck a little too, tap heavy, so I recommend a little bit of caution if you're doing that. Maybe do a split of temples and passages. It's really up to you, but we don't have any landfall effects minus the Skyclave, and you generally don't need 2 landfall effects for the Skyclave, right? Because 1 is enough to play all 3 Skyclaves back in the same turn. Anyways, that's going to do it for this super awesome new Lurrus Rakdos Aggro semi-party deck. It's not full-blown party, but we got elements and aspects of it, right? Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like down below. As always, I appreciate the support y'all continue to bring to each and every video here on the channel, as well as the channel in general. You know, the community that has been built up over the past 2 years is absolutely incredible. We are nearing 10,000 subscribers, so if you would kindly, if you're new to the community and you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, help us get to 10K. We got some special stuff coming up. There will be announcements about that in the future, so I do recommend you follow along and keep look at the channel, you know, for that kind of stuff. Anyways, without further ado, we are going to go ahead and hop right into some magic. Sir Dragonbane. It doesn't help that, like, our opponent keeps seeming to have the perfect draws, and we keep seeming to have the non-bow draws. I mean, our draws haven't been ass-tastic, you know, but this is what we've been seeing for our first hands, and it's like we have 25 lands in the deck. How in the fuck is this happening? How in the actual fuck is this happening? I mean, whatever, fuck it. I'm not gonna keep mulliganing every single starter hand. That just feels so shitty. We're not on the play here, so it's not as bad as we do get that first card draw, right? But yeah, it's actually ridiculous. Actually kind of ridiculous. We'll lead out with the Scorpion. We probably will go ahead and shock or bolt this land in and get down Skyclave. It's a Knights deck and they play Worthy Knights. Never mind. Never mind, we're just gonna Bloodchiefs it and throw this down tapped. I'll probably get the Channeler down on the next turn, so this way we can start discarding the Skyclaves, drawing, seeing what other cards we might want to find and play. Inspiring Veteran followed by Fervent, yeah. Okay. Gotta respect that. Gots to respect that. So we will chum block here. Hope that our Channeler can live. We'll hope they don't hit an Embercleave anytime soon. And is there anything I'm missing? Hopefully no card draw for him, I guess. Would be the other thing. Claim Contender. No Embercleave, no Embercleave, no Embercleave. It's a Worthy Knight. Alright, cool beans. If they do decide to swing in, we can double block into the Fervent to actually take it out, so I highly doubt they will. They may, though. They may. Nope. Nope. Okay. Another Bloodchiefs. Is it better to take out the Inspiring or the Worthy? The Worthy is going to allow them to flood the board, but it's going to be with really low creatures, so I think taking out the Inspiring is better. And then we can Acquisition the Expert to take the Worthy, right? Because they only have 2 cards, so we get shown both of them. Come on, show me the money. Oh, okay. Well, a Claim Contender allows them to draw a card, so actually that's the one that we're taking out here. Worthy Knight's annoying, but a Claim Contender is like, that's what allows them to find the Embercleave, to find the Worthy Knights, right? It's a creature and card draw all in one. So they may swing in with a Claim Contender here. They are? Okay. Block with you. Bam. My turn. It's a land. And we hit 2 more lands, huh? Well, I was going to do some tricky stuff with Call the Death Dweller and whatnot, but we'll just throw down both Skyclaves, because why not? Because why not? Alright. So Sir Dragonbane is down to top deck only for... Oh, shit, Chance, quit smacking your mic around. At least until Acclaimed Contender, you know, shows back up for him. But they've already played 2, right? Yeah, they've already played 2 of them. Or played 1, we discarded 1, right? Selfless, you hate to see that. They should swing in with Acclaimed Contender again here. They do. And Worthy Knight as well, okay. They're going to leave the Fervent back to block the Skyclaves. That makes good... They're not. That doesn't make any sense, actually. Yeah. There you go. There you go. We do need to block here, actually, because Knights is the kind of deck to play Embercleave. We can't get too low, actually. So, what they'll probably end up doing here is blocking with... Alright, so let's see. We're going to send these two in and see what they do. One's getting blocked by Fervent, that's for sure. What? Then why did you leave your Fervent back? You silly, silly little goose. I don't know what I want to discard here. I guess the Robber, since our opponent doesn't currently have anything in hand. Maybe the land. I don't want to discard the land though, because that's our other red source. We'll discard the Robber. We could always get it back later. We have call. Not a big deal. Bloodchiefs and Heartless. This is what we have to remove, otherwise they will sacrifice it to protect something else. And I mean, they still will here, right? They'll sacrifice it to protect whatever they want. Yeah. Whatever they want to stay alive. I think we're just going to pull Lurrus over, but that does leave us taking 6 damage on the next turn. If you use Call, what can I get back? I can get back Death Touch Scorpion and Menace Robber. It's not so bad. Let's do that. Alright, and our Magmatic is up to a 4/4 now, so that's good. Actual body, confirmed, check, 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 check. Opponent's still top decking, which is good for us. Of course, if they top deck that Embercleave, it won't be good for us. Bosri's Lieutenant, ooh, that's a solid one. Where are they going to put the counter? Onto the Fervent? Makes sense. Now Fervent can at least get in, whereas none of the others really can. Maybe we should have put Death Touch on the Robber as well, so we could just constantly be swinging in with Robber with Death Touch. That's alright, we'll take the 2 here. Another land, huh? That land's interesting because that land could allow us to pull Lurrus over and play Lurrus down. The only thing we have in our graveyard right now, though, is an Acquisitions Expert. So I think instead we're just going to discard this, see what else we can find. Another land. And a Stormfist. We'll take the Stormfist. Play down Stormfist, move Lurrus over. Feels good, feels good. Let's swing in with both of these. They block one with the Lieutenant. The other one might get through, or the other one might get blocked by the 1/1. So one dies to the Lieutenant, one dies to the 1/1. They turn around, they have the 2/2 Lieutenant. Yeah. Even if they do die in that manner, they need to be taking out creatures from the opponent. It's not a trick, not a game. Nope, we are actually just trading some creatures here. Might should leave Channeler untapped for a while so we can actually block with her. Another selfless makes things annoying. Thankfully, Serrated is still alive. Although, Serrated with the selfless means that they have free reign to swing all in, right? So they can just use selfless to keep alive whatever it is. This one's a little curious. That should go to Acclaimed. Your Worthy Knight's not making it through. Either the Worthy Knight or the Lieutenant's getting taken out here. Either one I'm fine with, honestly. We'll see. Is it going to be the Lieutenant? It is indeed. Makes sense. Alright, so we'll deal 2, heal 2. Bloodchief's is good. Agadeem's. I mean, Agadeem's would allow us to get back the Robber and Scorpion, I guess. Or maybe the Acquisition, so we could look into their hand. See, we could Bloodchief's the Fervent, but as long as they have the Lieutenant down, it's going to gain them something. So if I just use this here. Could bolt this land down, but I don't think I want to. I don't even think I want to use that land, actually. Alright, opponent's down to 6. We have a 4/4 solid defender. Let's see. This is a close one. I like it. Aspiring Veteran. Makes Fervent a little bit harder to deal with. That means Acclaimed can swing in. What is their other card? Hopefully not removal. That's 7, 8 points of damage to us. Venerable Knight. Oh, hallelujah. So Acclaimed is going to be getting in. The Fervent shouldn't be. We'll go down to 8. Or do we just trade? Do we trade the Channeler out for the Acclaimed here, actually? We have Lurrus. We can get Magmatic right back with Lurrus. I think so. I think we trade. So... why are you looking at my graveyard? Ain't nothing for you to see over here. We got some Skyclaves, some Serrateds. They might swing all in. If they do, we'll go down to 9, but we are taking out their Acclaimed, so that's good. We'll get Lurrus down, Magmatic. We'll have a 3/2 and a 4/4 back. They'll be down to 3/3, 2/2, and a 3/2. We also have Agadeems we could use on the next turn to bring back 2 creatures. If you're going to swing in, you better swing all in. Alright, we take those. We take those out to the ball game. Now, again, we could Acquisitions Expert to take a little peek-see into their hand, take out whatever they have there. I actually kind of want to... Sorry, Doggo's being... Lola, quit it. Let's go for the Channeler. And I think I am. I'm going to play it a little risky. Am I, though? Yeah. Yeah, we are. We don't really care about those two. We want this one. Because if we can get that one down, then that is enough for us. So if I swing it with Stormfist, they block Fervent and they block Venerable. But we never actually get to deal damage, right? Because it has first strike. Fuck. Fervent's so annoying. Alright, so we have something that can block Fervent. We have Archfiends that can gain its life if it gets the chance to block anything. Also, we could replay Archfiends, right? We just don't want to see an Embercleave. There's no Embercleave in their hand. We know that for sure. It wouldn't have passed to their attack phase given they have 6 mana, which means they could hard cast it, so it definitely require a resolve there, so... Whew! We can breathe easy. Sir Dragonbane is not getting it today. They actually can't even swing in. Because if they swing in, we'll have the 5/5 in the skies, right? They might scoop it out here. We might have picked up the victory. No scoop, but it's coming. I tell you now, it's coming. I want to take a look-see to see what they have. Make sure they didn't draw into it. Lieutenant, that's nasty too. That's a pretty nasty one too. Alright, so if I was to swing all in here, Archfiends is the only one that gets through, but what did they actually kill? They killed Lurrus with Fervent. That has to be blocked by 2. No, so that one would be blocked. We'd only be able to get in 3 there, huh? Alright, we'll tell you what. Let's just flood the board with these 4/4 bodies, right? Let's just flood it with... Because that's solid, right? Even if they hit an Embercleave here, like, we could actually block into an Embercleave and come out okay, right? The tricky part would be deciding which one was going to get the Embercleave for them. Which one would it be? Now, this one's a little tricky. They have the Embercleave. Holy fuck. Alright. Well, time to put our brain to the test. So, if I were them, I would not play Embercleave onto the Fervent. It's going for the Venerable, aren't they? Because if it bless that to 4, then they can put an Embercleave on it. It's 5. That's 10 points of damage. That little Venerable. Alright, so all we really need to do then is make sure we're going to live. So... that takes 10 damage down to 6 damage. That takes out you. And that takes out you. Now, to be extra sure, take this little guy out. Alright. So, now if they hit Embercleave, we're good. They could hit it onto the Fervent. We'd still take 4 points of damage. Still fine. We turn around and win. Put it onto the Inspiring Veteran. Take out our creatures. We take 3 damage. We still turn around and win. So, yeah. Basically what I'm saying is we win. Lurrus Rakdos. We're finally getting there. Finally getting there. I think it might be better to play Lurrus in the main board for this deck, honestly. And then you're not constrained, right, to the requirements of 2 CMC or less in your deck, which means you can play Demonic Embrace. You can play multiple copies of Lurrus, because as soon as you put Lurrus as a companion in your deck, Lurrus itself doesn't check its own box. Does that make sense? Because it's a 3 CMC creature, so you can't play Lurrus with Lurrus. So it allows you to actually play multiple copies of Lurrus instead of just playing one and like basing your whole game around that. Hey, look at that. It's like I can tell the future. Alright, so Fervent. Yeah. It is a GG. I don't know that they knew that. That's why I was going ahead and telling them. I probably could have told them it was a GG the second that they played that land down and it didn't go to their attack phase, though. The second that it was a Embercleave and we knew, you know. Awesome sauce. So we are picking up another victory with Lurrus Rakdos. Scotch. Take some scotch on the rocks. How about that? It's gonna do it to me again, isn't it? Hey, you know what? We got red men. I don't even fucking care. We're good. We got our split. Most everything, actually everything, not even most, everything costs 2 or less in this deck. So we'll at least be able to cast everything that we draw now, minus Call of the Death Dweller. But you know, fuck it. One spell outside of the tons that we have is alright. Do we just Kroxa the world up right now? I actually like the idea of going ahead and getting down the Intimidator. It's more immediate damage. They haven't played a creature yet, so it is like just immediate damage. And if they do play a creature, then we can Bloodchiefs and we can Mountain onto the Kargan. They're gonna go for the Selfless. Ooh, that's not how you want to play that. I'll tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, you never want to put down something like that and then just plop. Okay. Well, fine by me. We're getting in for the 5 damage, and this is again while we go for the Kargan first. Oh, hell yes. I will certainly take 2 Kroxas. I hear they're a bit annoying to deal with this time of year. I almost want to get down to Magmatic, because discarding a Kroxa is not bad either. First things first, we're going to swing all in. Oh, they're just taking it. Alright. Gotta get rid of something here. They get rid of, what is that, Daxos? Can't see. Odds are getting bad in my old age. In my young, youthful age. Another Daxos, okay. Makes sense, makes sense. And then a Selfless to follow that up. Well, I wish we could have hit some untap then we could have went for the Magmatic and the Kroxa. It's fine. Bloodchiefs. Alright, we're gonna go for the Channeler. On our next turn, we can pull the Lurrus over, use Bloodchiefs. This turn, we can make it to where... I guess that's all we're doing. Because we don't want to make Daxos a coward, they'll just block us with Selfless. Alright. Can't make Selfless a coward, they're just sacrifice it and use Daxos to kill our Kargan. So it's just pretty bad either way. Alslid, alright. None of this is too bad. We don't want to see an all that glitters. That would be pretty horrific. Sentinel's Eyes, that's not so bad. We can chum block here with the Serrated. We'll be all right. They're not even gonna swing in. Okay. Okay, dokie. So we can't actually Bloodchiefs the Daxos because they do have the Selfless and the Alslid. Giant Killer, getting rid of that. Not too shabby. So we could discard Bloodchief first. I think I actually just want to run it out. Like, let's just take out the Alslid. Unless, of course, they use Selfless and save the Alslid. But either way, we're taking out one of those, you know, smaller creatures, so. And again, we still have the chum blocker. Oh, I was going to bring Lurrus over that turn. Fuck me, I played Kroxa instead. That's fine. I wonder why they didn't attack last turn, but this turn they were like, you know what, we're doing it. Alright, Magmatic, time for you to get to work. We could bring back that Kroxa, but it's going to cost us our other Kroxa, like Exile on it, so I don't want to do that. So we're just going to get down Archfiends instead. We can block Archfiends into the Daxos, nice little chum blockaroo. Then we can use our Lurrus to bring Archfiends back. What other cards we got over here? We also have Kroxas we can play. Yeah, this will be good for us. This will be good. Very good. And since it's mono white, we know they don't have tons of card draw. We can effectively keep blocking for days. Alright, so again, I know we can play the Kroxas. We're just going to get the Lurrus, get this guy back. Right? It's the easiest wham bam combo ever. And yeah, call it a turn. Now we have a 5/5 to block the Daxos. Or not. Haha, psych. I was just kidding. Funny the way the world works. Alright. Well, on brighter news. Cancel that brighter news. They got a glass casket, mono white. Top decking like a motherfucking hoss. Top decking like a fucking boss. Alrighty. Let's see it. This is, yeah, this is fun. Oh no, don't deal your 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Still can't. We could discard a card and do it, though. I think that's worth it. Discard the land here. See what we hit. Bloodchiefs and an Acquisitions. I mean, Acquisitions does reveal their whole hand. We could play Serrated down as well. Bloodchiefs allows us to get rid of the Selfless. I think I'd rather have that Acquisitions, honestly. Show me your hand. You don't need that. Let's be real. You don't need a Skyclave. What are you gonna do? Exile my Lurrus again? Nah. Nah, you're good. Alright, so we can block with Serrated. That's no big deal. We know that the Daxos isn't coming down until this Daxos dies. No, they have a Lurrus. Well, that's fantastic that you can just pull that off the top of your deck like that. I mean, it's astounding. That is insane. Shh, phone, hush up. I'm in the middle of something. I'm in the middle of a very intense game of Magic. I can't have you interrupting me. Come on, Scotch. You literally don't have shit to play. Fuck. Literally can't do anything. Still taking their time thinking. Alright, Kroxa. Your turn, buddy. Pal. Friend o' mine. Now, thank God they can't play the other side of that giant killer, right? I mean, they can tap our Kroxa, but still have Acquisitions Expert to block with. And if they tap it now, they can't tap it come our turn, so yeah. That's free block. They are going to tap Kroxa come our turn, though. Let's see what we can hit here. Heartless. I mean, we're never gonna be able to get through to their Lurrus or any of that, so let's take the Stormfist and take some extra card draw. We'll get down the Robber as well. Call it a turn. How are we gonna get out of this? Because they're gonna have Alslid and Selfless for the rest of ever, and now that they have Heliod, we're actually in trouble. Actually in trouble. Alright, so if anything should happen to Lurrus, they'll just use Selfless and Alslid. Village Rites, Skyclave. Expect them to block Heliod and Daxos into it. Alright. If we discard Skyclave now, then we can replay it still, if we want to. Seven cards in graveyard. I don't know how the hell we're gonna get out of this. The Alslid and the Selfless, those are too much. Too much. Let's see. So we could Shatter Skull onto the Selfless and the Alslid, but we don't have any removal after that. Come on. Come on. There's no point in using Shatterskull until we can take out the Lurrus as well. They still have the giant killers as well to keep us tapping. Keep us tapping. So we need some extra removal here if we're gonna have any shot in hell. So Giant Killer, tap Kroxa. There it is. There it is. Alright. So we can chum block here, there. I think Robert's got to go. I think we're getting a little too low. Stormfist is still helping us. We got to, like I said, if we can find some actual removal, take out Alcid, take out Selfless, take out Lurrus, we'll be... fuck, and they have the speakers now getting brocked as well. Alright, I think that's GG. I don't know. Another Shatter Skull and another Stormfist, yeah.